Hey gaming fans! So today we're going to be doing a hand testing for my Prediction Princess deck. Only because I saw a comment in the video for my deck list, deck profile, that the deck looks very bricky. So I wanted to try it out and do some test hands and show that it doesn't brick as much as it looks like it should. There's a lot of stuff in here that helps grab stuff from the deck and special summon from the graveyard and stuff like that. So let's do some test hands here. So we'll start. We got Pot of the Forbidden, Prediction Ritual, Prediction Princess, Territory, I don't know, whatever. Solemn Strike, and Junk Sleep. Okay. So Junk Sleep is if your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you can change all face down defense position monsters you control to face up attack position. During the end phase, you can change all monsters you control to face down defense position. If you and you can only use it once per turn, so that'll come in handy. So right now we would probably set the Junk Sleep and the Solemn Strike, and play the Prediction Ritual. Which also in itself grabs you a monster from your deck if you have a ritual face up. So we would use the Pot of the Forbidden. Sorry, I'm just going to put that down here. So we have this guy in attack mode here. So we would throw that in there to pay for its ritual costs. Then during the end phase, you use his effect to special summon this guy in face down defense position. That goes to the graveyard. So now you're kind of set up. You could either Solemn Strike whatever your opponent tries to play, or you can activate your Junk Sleep on your face down monster, or you can flip it face up. Plus you also have your Prediction Princess ability to activate and flip this thing face up. Now during your opponent's turn, depends on what your opponent plays, obviously. If they play a whole bunch of monsters, you can just flip this guy face up, use his effect to destroy all monsters on the field. If your opponent tries to be passive, then you can just draw cards with him. Either way, you're going to go and flip him up. Of course, your opponent can respond if they have effect failures and all that stuff. We all know that there's a lot of cards that can stop plays like this. So you just got to, if your opponent has the right card, they have the right card, what are you going to do? And then you would probably end the turn, and then we would draw. So now we have Prediction Princess Territory, which is the 27 Defender. So at this point, we could use this effect to flip it down, flip it back up again to draw 2 cards. So we got our Pot of Extravagance. We could use that next turn, and back to the front. Right now we have nothing to really go by. And of course we still have our Solemn Strike unless we've already used it. So in here we've already got 3 cards in hand and 2 pretty strong monsters on the field. Next turn you could probably use his effect to flip him face down again. You have your Junk Sleep to flip him back up, and use his effect again, either drawing the 2 cards you need, which right there would be perfect. You have your Kujen-Kiri Curse and a Prediction Princess, so you can discard that to draw 2 extra cards. So that was just the first hand there. So it wasn't bricky there, so hopefully the next one won't be bricky. Yes, obviously you can you can brick with this deck, but you can brick with a lot of decks, especially ritual decks, because you do always need the ritual card and the monster, the appropriate monster to play. So we're gonna keep shuffling here. Let's do another hand here. We have Pot of the Forbidden, Kujen-Kiri Curse. That's the one that you discard a level 9 from the field or your hand to draw 2 cards. Spirit of the Fallwind, search your deck for a flip monster. This guy's kind of fun. He flips up and you search for any flip monster and put it in face down defense position. So that includes your Pot of the Forbidden. And our Underworld Ritual of Prediction. So this could be used to ritual summon any Prediction Princess ritual monster. So probably at this point, you can go a couple of ways here. You can you can use this guy to search out the ritual monster that has the flip effect, the 2700 Defender, and get a ritual summon going. You can grab if you want, or we can just use these two, throw that in the graveyard to draw 2 more cards, see where it goes. 1, 2. So we got our Princess Tartray. So at this point we can summon this guy. We already have our Pot of the Forbidden in the graveyard, so we can summon him, use his effect to grab, let's say, you can grab this guy if you want, to the hand, and shuffle. So now we got lots of options here. We can play this card to send that to the graveyard to special summon him. And then now we got a setup that we can grab either this guy or this guy, depending on which play you want to make. Usually you'd probably want to grab your pot because you got a lot of versatility with this guy. So during the end phase, you just special him face down, and you still got 2 cards in hand. And of course, like I said, depending on what your opponent does, you can flip this up during their turn, and you're either going to blow up the field, you're going to blow up, you know, that, or you're going to draw 2 cards. And during your next turn, let's see what we draw here. Solemn Strike. So we still have options here. We still have these guys we can set to grab more flip effect monsters. You can flip him face down, back up again for 2 more cards. Look, we got a Call by the Grave. That might help us if the opponent is playing anything like Ash Blossoms. Alright, so that's that one. So let's try one more. I mean, of course, you know, most combo decks are always, you know, there's always a risk that you're going to draw a lot of your combo parts that are not what you need, and then the deck is just going to fall apart. This isn't the, you know, this isn't a meta deck. This isn't supposed to be like top-notch meta that it'll never fail. But it does, like I've done a lot of draws with it. I've done a lot of testing with it, and more times than not, I've come up with many hands that I can work with. So let's try here. We got that guy. We got this is the one that adds a ritual spell when he flips up from your deck or your graveyard to your hand. This is the guy that searches out a flip effect. We got Pot of the Forbidden and Terrors of the Hidden City. Okay, well, this would be actually pretty good. So you'd set your Terrors of the Hidden City because you're going to be setting your flip monster. This guy. So then when he flips up, he'll get an extra 1500 attack and defense. So if your opponent does try to attack him, he's going to be like pretty big attack and defense. Plus you're going to get your ritual spell. Of course, bearing, you know, your opponent could be playing trick cards that would bounce this guy back to your hand or destroy. I mean, it happens. It happens. I mean, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! And then, you know, if it doesn't, if he does get attacked or flipped face up in any way, you're going to get your ritual spell card. If your opponent doesn't attack because they see this here, you would draw. Okay, so now we got our Kuji-Kuri Curse. So this, we can actually flip this guy up, get his effect off. Of course, if your opponent has Ash Blossom and uses it, you're kind of in trouble there. But we're going to go through and grab our Prediction Ritual. Then we're going to play the Prediction Ritual. I mean, we can also play this guy as well. If we want to get something like this guy to your hand. And then, let's see, we're going to use our pot anyways with the Prediction Ritual to pull this guy out. We do have 2 wins on the field, so we can overlay them if we want into a few different things. And then we have that. During the end phase, we're going to grab him back. Sorry, it's all out of camera there. Set him back to the field. And again, for your, you know, you could use this to discard that. Just draw 2 cards. Then we got the other Searcher, and we got Junk Sleep. So, I mean, the deck doesn't brick like it looks like it would. You know, obviously there could be games where you do draw all your ritual monsters and no ritual spells. You might be in trouble then. Or vice versa, you draw all your ritual spells and stuff. But, I mean, you know, from the amount of testing that I've tried out anyways, it didn't brick like that anyway. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to do a little video on just testing out the deck. I should do more deck testing videos just for fun. You know, I don't build decks to be like the most 100% competitive, always going to win you the duel kind of decks. A lot of these are fun decks. Anyways, let me know what you think. What would you take out or put in? I think there's a lot of good synergy to this deck, a lot of level 9s, and it just seems to work really well. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.